Come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give, I want it. I kinda like it when you call me wonderful.
Oh, I recognise that song.
It's that Olivia Dean song. It's been stuck in my head.
That what? Olivia Dean?
Olivia Dean.
Olivia Dean.
Just to immediately date this. Shall we get to it? I'll take that as a yes. Well, there's the opening sorted.
Wait, we're recording?
Yep. Hello and welcome to the Accessory Podcast with Kat and Tip.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah? You look very cosy.
I'm sat in my Doctor Who pyjamas
Yeah.
with my duvet in a comfy chair.
Mhm.
And I've got a hot chocolate, which I've been scared to drink for the past 3 months. So
Yeah.
I'm doing really well.
Do you want to... You're not just scared of hot chocolates?
Oh,
Do you want to
no.
explain that?
I've got a velvetizer and I washed it with fairy liquid, but I thought that it had been contaminated and I didn't want to drink hot chocolate on my own in case I got poorly.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been wanting a hot chocolate, but haven't been able to.
But you need supervision just in case you...
In case it killed me for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I made...
So I'm here to supervise.
Yeah,
Make
I
sure
made
the
you
fairy
promise.
liquid residue doesn't kill you.
Yeah, I
Sure.
don't know why I thought that.
Yeah.
But I made you promise that I wasn't going to die, so...
Yeah. And now it's on tape. So
Yeah, so if I do die, it's all on you.
yeah.
Is that attempted murder? No, manslaughter. No, it's fine.
No, it's neither.
Okay, sure.
I'll get a good lawyer.
It's fine. I'll leave you out my will.
So, I mean, this week we got a cool review coming.
A cool review.
A cool review because we're so cool.
If that's not enticing to viewers,
Yeah,
maybe that's just what I'll put on the post.
this is a cool review.
We've got a cool review coming. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
To be fair, it's a pretty cool review.
It's pretty cool.
And I came prepared.
And we're cool. And
We
we're
are
going to have
cool.
cool things to say about a cool episode.
Episode.
But before that,
Cool news.
cool news. No,
Oh,
not cool news. Hot.
hot news.
It's hot news.
Fresh off the press.
Fresh off the press. It's piping hot.
Oh, sizzling.
Or what did you say the other week? Hot off the papers or something?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with them. All right.
Yeah, you're not.
I did. I said hot off the papers.
Hot off the papers, baby. Yes. So, to start off, the war between the land and the sea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've covered this yet.
We haven't, I don't think.
So, it's been
Sea babies.
confirmed to be this December.
Yeah.
And we've got
The 7th of December.
release dates. It's 7th of December. We're getting a double bill
Yeah.
of the first 2 episodes on BBC One,
Mm-hmm.
about 8:30.
8:30.
They're 45 minutes.
Mhm.
And it looks like the following 2 are going to be that following Sunday, so the 14th.
Oh, what? So we're getting 2 and 2?
It looks like,
I
from
thought
what
it
I
was
could
2
see.
and then singles.
Well, that's what I thought originally.
Until we just looked at the schedule.
But on the Wikipedia page,
Right.
which,
Oh,
you
come
know,
on.
obviously not always the most reliable,
No.
it looks like it's 2, 2, and 1. So,
Interesting.
yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's the only source I could find for it.
Mm.
I'm sure there'll be.
Can you look on the schedule and see what it says, or does it not go all the way to the 14th?
I will have a look.
Let's
Hold the
fact
line,
check it.
caller.
Shall I talk while you do that?
Yeah, you can fill for a bit if you want.
I'm not very good at this. Let's see how this goes. I'm quite excited that it's on at 8:30 because that does kind of confirm the Torchwoody vibes, more adult
Yes.
timing because it's not 7 o'clock family time on a Saturday, so that's quite fun.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true.
More adult themes because we all know what's coming, and it's Russell Tovey with the CW.
Wow.
You can
Wow.
cut that. You can cut that.
No, that's staying in. That's made the cut. Yeah, it doesn't go as far forward on the schedule, but I can tell you that on the 14th of December at 12 o'clock, Bargain Hunt will be on.
I love Bargain Hunt.
So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Stay tuned for that. And
What,
then
Cat and Bargain Hunt?
that's the spin-off.
Yeah.
The spin-off podcast. Interestingly,
That's a nice segue.
on the subject of that, no, we'll leave that to the end. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, little announcement.
Little teaser.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got some. I think there were some more cast updates as well. There was that trailer that was like a kind of in-universe Kate talking to.
I posted it.
You posted it, yes, and I saw it in a Mr. TARDIS live stream.
Oh yeah.
Where you got a little shout out.
There you go. Thanks, Mr.
so,
TARDIS.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. TARDIS.
Shout out to Mr. TARDIS. Shout out right back at you.
Yeah.
Cheers, Will. Yeah.
I'm so excited. This is the thing. I really am.
I'm not so excited.
I really am. I'm really excited just for more Doctor Who. I'm not even.
I am more enthused than I thought I was going to be.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's just because it's been a while since we've had some new Doctor Who, or because it's been so up in the air since the reality war. If new Doctor Who
is coming, then thank God.
Or any kind of Doctor Who on TV.
I'm
actually like kind of looking forward to this.
Mm-hmm. The thing I'm most excited for is because they have humanized the Sea Devils.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see how they act and respond, and even the more Sea Devil looking ones, what the prosthetics are like and how emotive they can be, or if they end up just kind of like CGI casting over them.
Yeah.
Like they did with the Sea Devils in Chibnall.
Yeah, in Legend. Yeah.
Which I didn't like, so I really hope that if you are going to go to the extent of redesigning them so that it's better physically, then we can actually have a face that moves.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
If you want to interact with me.
No, sorry, I was just getting up a news article.
If you'd like to talk to me, or I
from. So this is from Empire. Russell T
yeah.
Davies was speaking a little bit about the show. Obviously, there was the whole like fake controversy of him saying that it's racist to call them sea devils and they're actually called Homo Aqua.
Right. Was that fake?
Well, no, like
I didn't look into it because
okay, so the controversy wasn't fake.
Oh.
Like people were actually annoyed at it.
Oh. So you did say that.
Yeah.
I didn't look into
it. But
I
think it was like a tongue-in-cheek. It was like, actually, that's racist.
Oh, right.
Because obviously, like the term sea devil is some sailor just gives them that name. Like.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I don't think they. And I think in Legend of the Sea Devils, Jodie's doctor refers to them as sea devils, and one has a bit of a snarky response to it, or like.
Oh, okay.
Because
obviously, it just poor acting?
Oh, God knows. So, yeah, obviously for them, they're not like, oh, we're sea devils. Like,
yeah.
And obviously, if they're doing something here where they're not out and out baddies, I guess.
Yes.
I think calling them Homo Aqua, that's fine. I've not got a problem with that.
I'm not really that fussed.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But obviously people are like, oh, yeah, it's racist to call the monsters monsters. Oh, it's so woke.
I don't like
have a day
people.
off, mate. Shut up. Just
I don't really care.
Go and cry into Union Jack.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't. Also, speaking of, walking around, literally walking to your flat earlier, there is a car, probably about 2 minutes away, so it's like a blue like Nissan, and it's got stickers that look like somebody's sort of torn some of the paintwork off, and underneath are Union Jacks, like in little spots around the car. I hate it.
There are a lot of flags around here. Well, can we talk about Sea Devils? Because I'd rather talk about that.
Let's talk about Sea Devils. So, Russell, in his Empire interview, said, I wanted to show the BBC what this universe is capable of, and the potential that it has, and the punch that it can deliver. It's very 2025 in its bones. We even deal with the water companies and their profiteering bosses laughing in our faces. in a series about the water, you have to. So it's obviously going to be very sort of
Well, it's political, isn't
environmentally conscious, which I think isn't really a surprise. But
well, we saw that with like leaked location footage, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm kind of just looking forward to watching something that has something to say.
Yeah.
And it not just be, well, hopefully not just be climate change bad.
Yeah.
Orphan 55. So yeah, we'll see what that turns into. We've decided that we're going to cover it.
Yeah.
Sort of as sections of our normal sort of scheduled episodes. So each week that there's each week after a new episode is dropped, we'll have a little war between section where we'll give some brief thoughts on those episodes, and then in the new year we're going to do like a full retrospective on the series as a whole. Once we've had a little bit of time to digest it.
Yeah.
But speaking of Sea Devils, on BBC4, also on the 7th of December to coincide with the War Between the Land and the Sea launching, a special re-edited version of the Sea Devils from season 9, the John Pertwee story, will be broadcast. This is a 90-minute blockbuster special. It condenses the original 6-part adventure into a feature-length experience with updated sound design by Mark Ayres and an enhanced score featured in The War Between the Land and the Sea, created by Lorne Balfe. So, yeah, this is a Benjamin Cook re-edit, following on from the colorizations that we've had the last couple of years. Thoughts?
I'm alright. No, I'm excited. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It'll be... I'm interested. I really like all 6 parts of the Sea Devils. Like, it's one of my favourite stories. So I'm interested to see how it's cut, chopped and changed. I don't want it to be just so fast because there's so much that's cut out. So it's like really bitty and there isn't like a steady pace running through it. And I just hope it's all cohesive.
Yeah.
And
I mean, because obviously the last 2 re-edits that they've done, the Daleks is 7 parts, and the War Games is 10. I've still not watched either of those colorizations.
The War Games was alright.
I just saw all of the clips on Twitter when people were annoyed that they'd used the Saxon Master theme for the War Chief and
oh my god, it was insane.
Different bits and pieces like that.
I remember like gasping and screaming out loud when that happened. I was like, it's confirmed. Canon.
But yeah, obviously the reaction to this, I'd say, has been...
It's been mixed. To say the least. I don't really have an opinion on it. I'm obviously going to consume it and I'll enjoy it or I won't. It's not replacing my 6-part Sea Devil story.
Exactly.
So if I don't like it, I just won't watch it.
Yeah.
And I'll just go back and binge what I usually do.
Yeah. As you say, it's not replacing it. It's a nice little addition.
Yeah, and it'll be a lot... I'm generalising and I shouldn't. It could be a better way for people to consume it if they can't sit through 6-part classic stories.
Well, I think that's kind of what these re-edits have been for. It's for people that maybe haven't seen a lot of classic,
and they just need a tight.
Yeah, and it kind of reimagines it as something in line with modern TV.
Yeah, duration and story.
Yeah, conventions and that kind of tone and style and pacing and all of that.
Yeah. I just hope they don't cut out some of my favourite bits.
Yeah. But a lot of people have reacted to this as like, God, no, we don't want this. This is... Which I think is maybe a little bit out of line. I do understand. I saw somebody say people that are moaning at the people that are moaning, they're allowed to moan because if they don't want things that are just sort of lazy and regurgitated and they want good quality stuff, which I respect.
I hope this is good.
But also, you've not seen it yet.
Exactly. Well, you can't moan until you've seen it.
Yeah. Obviously, people are going, oh, it's just going to be the same as, like, it's going to be the same kind of quality as the Daleks and War Games colorizations. But
the War Games was good. I can't remember being that fussed about the Daleks.
I was going to say, I've not seen either, so I can't really speak to the quality of them.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm intrigued. I will sit and watch it. So
Yeah. I also think it's quite a nice tie-in that they're dropping it.
Well, of course, it's because if it's like, oh, you haven't seen the Sea Devils, which is the
Yeah, it's
classic
just
one.
a little bit
Here you
of
go. You've got Legend, which I probably wouldn't recommend. So let's do
yeah.
the Sea Devils.
I mean, it's kind of like all of this sort of stuff. It's kind of like what they did around the 60th with Tales of the TARDIS,
I was literally
where
about
they
to
were
say
doing
that, yeah.
re-edits. Obviously, there's a little bit
the
of new
Pyramids
stuff
of
in
Mars,
there,
and then they just played in the episode.
and then they play. Yeah, exactly.
Could you imagine if in the Land Between the War and the Sea they just get a screen out?
Land Between the War and the Sea.
Not again.
It's happened again. You're gonna have to get used to this. We're gonna be saying it a lot.
A lot. The War Between the Land and the Sea, and they just get out an iPad and it's Kate, and they just start watching the Sea Devils.
John Pertwee blowing up a minefield.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is
I'm
like.
optimistic. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And if it's not fine, I'm just not gonna watch it again.
I think it's almost slightly more interesting that there's already an omnibus edit of the Sea Devils. There's already a 90-minute feature-length cut down of the story.
Is there?
Yeah. So they broadcast it on BBC way back when, like, I don't know, I want to say 90s, early 2000s, when they were doing like omnibus edits of stuff.
Yeah.
And the Sea Devils was one that they showed.
Yeah.
So that's on like the season 9 box set, like collection box set.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they've done another re-edit.
How long is this duration? Is it 9
90.
minutes? They're just replaying it.
But also, this one is like...
Oh, well, it's got new music and stuff.
I was going to say, it's got the new music, it's got the new sound effects to make it more of a modern recut.
See, that scares me because, I got really triggered by the Pyramids of Mars when they changed the vortex to the huge vortex.
But again, you've got your original.
No, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. But I remember being like, no! Why have you done this?
I think the problem comes with stuff like this, and I realise I'm going to bring this up as an example, and you're not going to have an idea of what I'm talking about.
Right.
The George Lucas special editions of the Star Wars films, where basically throwing loads and loads of CGI replacement on stuff for films that were made in 79, early 80s. The first one was 79. It came out. And then just throwing loads of CGI at it to be like, oh, we couldn't do this then because the technology wasn't there, but this is how it's meant to be seen.
Right.
And it just looks a bit naff. Like, there's some stuff that looks all right.
Yeah.
But that was then sold as the definitive version rather than
just a
like
little
like a
extra for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas that's exactly what this is. It's not replacing the original. It's not saying this is the way to watch this.
They're
it's
not taking the original
from
iPlayer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be fine.
So yeah, let's see how that is.
Yeah, I don't have any opinion on it, so
Yeah.
I'll watch it, and I'll either have a good time or I won't.
I'm sure we can speak about it briefly when it's out.
If I love it, I'm sure I will.
Yeah, there'll be a separate episode of Cat ranting about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of remastered, recut, re-edited things.
Yeah.
Are you liking these segues, by the way?
You're so good at these.
Today, as we're recording, so it'll be last Wednesday by the time this comes out, the BBC uploaded a 4K version of the Children in Need Born Again scene.
Yeah.
Which is like canonically David Tennant's first full scene as the 10th Doctor's first full scene.
Yeah.
In between Partly the Ways and Christmas Invasion. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually really funny. We had a podcast meeting.
We did have a podcast meeting.
We did the day before, where we were
house meeting,
where we spoke about Born Again.
Yes.
And for reasons undisclosed, and then the next day that drops.
Yeah.
And we were discussing how I've never seen it. And then it gets posted all over my timeline the following day, and I still haven't watched it because I'm not going to, but I did get triggered over seeing Rose in the Parting of the Ways outfit with season 2 hair.
Yeah, I got a text from Kat this morning saying, why have they got season 2 hair
It was weird. I was like, that is fresh out of Doomsday. What are you saying? What are you doing?
I tried to explain that this was shot in the middle of the production of series 2.
Yeah, you can tell.
Um,
She literally, the clip that I saw was just series 2, hair rose. And I was like, why? I'm seeing really young David Tennant in Ninth Doctor leather, and then series 2 Doomsday hair in Rose in Parting of the Ways outfit. I don't like it. I don't understand what's happening. Have I just woken up in a different dimension? What is going on?
Yeah, so we'll be
What are your
talking about
thoughts?
that maybe a little bit later in the year.
Gibson was giving his thoughts.
Oh, sorry, mate. Cat when she sees David Tennant. Thank you for that, Gibson.
Yeah, that was his thoughts.
How rude of us not to introduce our special guest for this week.
He's currently laying on my chest. So.
Yeah, so they've when I say re-edited, this is basically the original broadcast version from Children in Need Night 2005, because the officially released one on home media, and that's the only one I think I've ever seen, the officially released one.
Yeah.
It feels like it's got a different colour grading. It's missing a load of sound effects. It's got a different score.
Have you watched it? Did you watch it?
I've not seen the new one.
Oh.
Well, the old one.
Yeah.
The one they've just put on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw somebody doing a comparison between the two on Twitter, and yeah, it's night and day. Like, it just feels way more polished. The one on the DVD feels quite empty.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like, it does really feel like, oh, we had half a day to
shoot this and
to film a scene, and probably about as long to edit it.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, but I'm glad that's come out, because, as we say, we might be covering it later on. We're going to be covering it later on. So yeah, that's a nicer version for you to be able to watch and properly engage.
I will obviously watch both.
Yeah, of course.
But
It's
no,
only
I wanna
like
watch both.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
You do get some fantastic David Tennant gurning.
What do you mean gurning?
Like, when he does his, like
His
pain
teeth.
pain acting,
Oh.
but he does like,
Really?
yeah.
Why?
I can't tell you. Spoilers.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers.
Gibson did not enjoy you doing that at all.
Sorry, Gibson. Sorry. No, there's some really nice moments in there, actually. It's an interesting little tidbit of New Who, or like that Russell era.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Interesting.
But that's
Thank you.
interesting that they've decided to just
Do that now.
put that up.
I know. The only thing I saw were people reactions, and people's reaction was just like, well, this is just confirmed it. David Tennant's in the Christmas special then, isn't he? It's going to be Rose Tyler, David Tennant, the Lost Doctor. This is what we're doing.
I mean, I think we'll talk about that in a sec.
Uh-huh.
I think if they'd put it up this time next year, or if the special was coming out this Christmas, I'd be like, oh, well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It might be completely unrelated. But it is an odd thing to say.
Just upload.
Oh, we need to upscale this and put it on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they do a load of stuff over on the YouTube, to be fair.
Yeah, but I don't know. That feels like that one's work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you've had to presumably re-edit the original score and look back at the broadcast version and even the upscaling, like,
it's a lot.
unless you've just put it through AI, like the season 13 collection box set.
What?
Oh, did you not hear about all of this?
Oh, is this the Tom Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it briefly that people weren't happy.
Watched any? That's a lie. I've watched half of Planet of Evil.
Yeah.
And then had to go and do something. I've not picked it back up.
Is it just AI?
I couldn't really tell in Planet of the Evil.
Try again.
I couldn't really tell in Planet of Evil, mostly because every time I watch that story, I just get distracted by how gorgeous that set looks, and it's in a slightly higher quality.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, the colours and all it looks so good. But yeah, I'm sure there are things in there where Sarah Jane's got 6 fingers or something. I don't know. Like,
Probably.
but yeah, that's kind of disappointing. I hope that.
Well, it is disappointing. I hope it doesn't happen going further. But considering Russell did a whole episode, first episode of season 2 about AI generation,
Yeah,
and taking the piss out of it and
it
incels,
should, and I know,
seems bizarre.
again, I know I'm not the first person to say this. AI as a tool is great, like as something to assist creators rather than
Take over.
be a replacement
Yeah.
for creators, and artists, and yeah, it can be incredibly useful if utilized well and morally. And I know there's obviously like environmental factors of the generators used to run bloody ChatGPT are boiling the rainforests even more or whatever. But yeah, I think in a vacuum, as a tool, as a piece of software, equipment, technology, it's not inherently bad. It's how we as human beings decide to use it.
Yeah.
There's certain things, like with the upscaling, you can maybe use AI as a tool to identify how you might need to sharpen the image, or but then you need a visual effects artist or
to go
colorist
in and do
or whatever,
yeah,
to go in and make those changes and make the adjustments so it doesn't look so fucking ghoulish.
Yeah.
When you're like straightening up Tom Baker's teeth and stuff like that. Like, it feels really gross. But I hope that the guys that did the work on the collection set have seen the backlash to it and have gone, shit.
Yeah, shouldn't have done that.
Okay, let's not do
that
again.
Ever again.
Or if whichever one is in the works, which is probably going to be season 21, if they've utilised the same stuff on there, maybe give that another look over and pedal that back a bit.
Yeah.
Push the release date back. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a little tangent.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
We were talking about the Born Again thing. So for a long time, Kat, the original broadcast version of that has been lost media. Speaking of lost media, there's been some...
form.
I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with myself. There's been a little bit of scuttlebutt surrounding
missing episodes.
We've not covered this yet.
No.
I think it's probably been about a month or so now since the first Film is Fabulous thing came out. For anyone that doesn't know, Film is Fabulous is a charity that focuses on basically recovering and restoring lost media, film and television, and basically being able to archive old media. And from everything I've seen of them, they look like just a really nice bunch of people, just that have a love for film and want to sort of give back to this thing that they love. Obviously, the first thing that anybody asks when you're talking missing episodes of TV is Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And one of the people who worked for them, it might even be the head of the charity, did a panel thing where she said that they were aware of some missing episodes, basically, and with private collectors, basically alluding to maybe, watch this space kind of thing. So there's been some weird things where people have like fans have been harassing the charity.
What?
Yeah. And just being really weird about it, and really like...
Can we not just be patient and wait for an announcement?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Which will probably be Doctor Who Day, because that's when everything normally drops anyway.
Yeah, like it's been in the... it's been bubbling up for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be weird about it, man.
Just wait.
Like, yeah, I think people have been like turning up to their offices and like like harassing phone calls and stuff. Like, just
what? It's a missing
let
episode.
them do their job.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to get information so they can go and find it. So like the fans that are calling up are trying to get the information that
Yeah, to
they've
go
got,
find it where?
so they can go to the
Oh, what, to the private
collector or
collectors?
whoever, and
Like they're gonna get any luck?
yeah, like if anything,
Gonna make
it's
them
detrimental
yeah.
to what
Any kind
their
of
work and
retrieval,
what they're
yeah.
doing. You're making it less likely that we're going to get anything, and it's going to slow down the process because they're going to have to deal with your bullshit whilst trying to do their jobs. Leave them be. Let them do their thing.
It's a charity as well. Let's not do that.
Like, just don't. Yeah, but on the lighter side of things, hopefully we may be getting some previously lost Doctor Who, which is quite cool.
Very cool.
It feels like it's very rare for
it's going to be
these
Galaxy
sort of things
4
to be. It's the space pirates. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to, because from my understanding, the collector in question, I think it's someone that's recently passed.
Right.
So it's all of their collection is with their family.
Yeah.
And they don't really have an interest in keeping it.
Right.
And so are happy for it to pass on, basically. Yeah, cool. Because essentially the value of stuff like that for collectors isn't necessarily, this is Doctor Who and this is episode 2 of the Daleks Master Plan and it's a great story and it's this and that. They couldn't really give a shit about the quality of it's about its rarity. Yeah. It's, I've got this thing that nobody else has got. Yeah. So that's why so many collectors, when people are like, oh, the BBC will be like, we'll give you this much money for you to just lend us the film reel. Yeah. And we'll make a copy of it. And then like, you can have it back. And it's like, well, no, because then it won't be special. Then. Yeah, exactly. So that's why so many of them are like reluctant to give up stuff. Because those canisters exist. Yeah. They are out there. Yeah. I'm not saying they're out there for every story. Yeah. But like,
there are ones out there.
Yeah, there's definitely some out there.
I just want to see my Macro Boys.
You're going for Macro Terror.
Yeah. Or an episode of Moonbase.
Yeah. The missing ones of the invasion could be quite nice.
Yeah.
Like the big ones that people talk about are like Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Daleks Master Plan.
After I've just watched Marco Polo, I'd probably like to see an episode because I couldn't gel with the telesnaps. To get a bit of a better gauge on it. So it would have been nice just to see its pacing, like the moving in action, to kind of then reflect back on all the other episodes of what they could have looked like. So that could be beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, whatever we get, I know I'm joking. I was joking there about like, oh yeah, it'll be the Space Pirates. Yeah. Whatever we get,
it's going to be great, isn't it?
It's going to be lovely to have it back. Yeah. Even if it is something that I'm not interested in, just for it to be there and for it to be archived, and it's one more little piece of Doctor Who history that exists, which is lovely. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what's
on the horizon.
Cracking with that. Watch this space.
Yeah.
Now.
No segue. Watch this space. What else could be in outer space?
No, I'll work a segue in. Speaking of treasure, bear with me.
Yeah.
Speaking of treasure, this week / last week, one national treasure of Doctor Who fame received an MBE.
Oh yeah. Tom Baker.
Mr. Tom Baker received an MBE in his Doctor Who costume
with K9.
I think Louise Jameson was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That was really sweet. The photos were really lovely as well.
It looks very sweet. Yeah, I think he was very. He seemed very proud and very But yeah, that's quite nice.
That was really nice.
Yeah. Generally, I couldn't give a shit about the monarchy and all of that.
I enjoyed the photos.
But I think that would mean something to Tom. Yeah. Therefore, lovely.
Yeah.
And finally, final little bit of news. Speaking of Doctor actors, Paul McGann has been in the Twitter conversations recently that I've seen.
What, because he pulled out of Comic-Con?
So he pulled out of Gallifrey 1 next next year? This year?
Next year.
Next year. Because of unforeseen
commitments.
filming commitments. And naturally, a lot of people on Twitter went, "Oh my god, it's going to be the Christmas special because that'll be when they film the Christmas special."
Mhm.
Sorry, I don't know why I gave you that voice. That's very rude of me. But
He's doing another series or something, isn't he?
well, it's basically a couple of days later, Netflix. Yeah, Netflix have the rights to it now, I think. Yeah, announced that they were going to do another Luther film,
Yeah, that was it.
which Paul McGann
McGann
was
is
obviously in the series of, and it's reuniting. What's her name? Ruth. Oh, what's her name? She's great. She's really, really cool. I think she'd be a good doctor or master if she maybe wasn't as high profile. She's in His Dark Materials.
I have no idea who you're going with.
Ruth Wilson.
Face? I recognise her. What's she been in?
She's been in Luther.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Luther, so that doesn't help me.
Luther's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd like it. It's
Probably.
It's gritty.
I probably would.
It's a bit twisted.
Oh, I like Twisted.
Yeah, she's done loads of stuff. She's really good.
Yeah.
Where were we going? Yeah, Paul McGann's most likely in that because her character sort of disappears for a bit. I don't think she was in the last film.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also bringing back another character that kind of disappeared a little bit. So it would make sense
To
for
bring him back.
Paul McGann to also be.
I really can't see if they've got Billy Piper for the Christmas special. I really can't see how Paul McGann would be in it.
Yeah.
Unless they were doing like a Power of the Doctor thing where they bring a load of classic doctors into it and just returning doctors.
But he wouldn't need to cancel a convention appearance for that. Because
exactly.
I'm pretty sure.
If there are other doctors there, which there will be. Yeah, it would be a mass cancellation, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but also like if he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry guys, this weekend I'm actually in I'm in the United States, so I won't be able to film Doctor Who for that cameo."
Yeah.
They'd just go, "Okay, can you do next week?"
Yeah.
Yeah, next week should work.
Or
actually,
just do it from your hotel room, like Rogue.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, apparently the Guardians of the Edge bit of Power of the Doctor.
Yeah.
Some of those were filmed at conventions, and they just found a room, put a green screen up. I was watching.
Excuse me.
Jamie Magnus Stone's interview on the Who Knew podcast with Josh Carr.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
Also, his interview with Murray Gold, absolutely incredible.
Brilliant.
Go watch
Check
that if you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Which
really,
everyone
really
would have.
interesting. But yeah, if you're listening to this, you've listened to that.
Absolutely.
It's to us losers. Yeah, I'm sure Jamie Magnus Stone said something about like around like coming out of COVID time, and it was all a bit.
That's insanity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of them were filmed with like a second AD unit.
Imagine if we were at Comic-Con and just in the room next to us, they were just doing cameos for Power of the Doctor.
But I think they fully could have just gone, "Peter, can you just put this cloak on and say these lines?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah.
What's it for?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
And then you've got Colin, who'd be like, "Yes,
absolutely,
let's go." And Sylvester being like, "What?"
Where am I? In the scene, so you're inside the no, where am I? Bless him.
I love him so much.
Oh, he's just like a little owl, isn't he?
Yeah, he reminds me of my nan.
That's cute. I think that brings us to the end of the news segment. How long were we going for there? That was a long news segment. So that's the end of proper news.
Yeah.
We will have some Says Who podcast news
Ooh.
at the end of the episode.
So you better stay tuned.
There you go. That's how you get the engagement. That's yeah. But without further ado, we shall move on to our main episode segment.
Let me grab my notes.
Okay. Are you going to lean like that for the whole thing? Are you going to read out the whole thing? So, have you got your notes in order?
My notes are in order.
Good. So this week...
I can't maintain that.
This week marks 10 years since a certain award-winning episode. We're talking about...
Heaven Sent.
Heaven Sent.
Heaven Bloody Sent.
Written by Stephen Moffat.
Mm-hmm.
Directed by Rachel Talalay, which I think is how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. I'm a big fan of your work, and you seem really lovely. I don't really know how to pronounce your name. It's also starring... I can't remember his name.
What? Peter Capaldi?
Yeah, that's the one. He's all right, isn't he?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only a bit fantastic.
Yeah, he's not in it a lot.
No.
No.
I wish there was more.
Yeah.
No, do you know what I do want more of? The person that played Clara. Because it wasn't Jenna Coleman.
We will get on to that.
I want that hideous wig. That's what I want.
So yeah, 10 years since this story.
Yeah.
That seems kind of crazy.
I don't like doing anniversary stories and years because it feels illegal to say it's been 10 years.
It has been 10 years.
And I don't like that because that means I'm 10 years older and I'm not very good at the whole age thing.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I was 17 when it came out. That's wild.
Well, I do actually remember watching this.
I remember watching it too.
On broadcast.
Yeah.
Which I can't really say for a lot of stories.
I can remember the only one I can really remember apart from Heaven Sent is the Lazarus Experiment. Only because I had to break into my house to watch it.
Oh yeah. We've done this one.
No, I'm not going to repeat it. I'm just saying.
No, I know.
God.
I was just saying yes. I remember you saying now. But yeah, I've got a little anecdote about the first time I watched this actually later on, which I'll bring up towards the end.
That's what later on means.
Correct. But up top,
yeah.
High five. What are your sort of general thoughts if you could condense them without launching into an essay on how much you love it?
Yeah, which will be hard. Do you want to hear my two first notes? And this was just from the opening of the episode.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Which I think encapsulates my thoughts quite well.
Okay.
This episode, visually and conceptually, reflects the greatness of Doctor Who and what it can achieve.
Christ.
I love when Moffat gets cleverly dramatic, especially with Peter Capaldi, because he embodies it perfectly.
I mean, yeah.
I love it when Moffat gets all Moffat-y.
Yeah.
You know when Moffat does the Moffat thing? And he does the Moffat? And it's just, you know what Moffat is? When I say Moffat, all of you will know what Moffat doing a Moffat.
With this one,
yeah. Heaven Sent, World Enough in Time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when he Moffats, when he goes, I'm gonna be drama. It's giving drama. It's giving Moffat.
Moffat's a bit of a diva in your...
When I watch Heaven Sent and I think of Moffat, I think of diva.
Wow.
He's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a banger. Oh, here you go. Drop that. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So...
I don't really know how to follow that, to be honest.
Those were my first two notes. I just think it's a really beautiful Doctor Who episode.
Absolutely. I mean, so I kind of went into this... I've always thought it was great.
Yeah.
But I'd say I've always loved it.
Yeah.
I've never been in love with it.
Yeah. May I add on to that ever so slightly briefly?
Yeah.
I normally say I love the episode. I think it's great. I wouldn't say, like, it's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Or it's something that I would go to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what in the universe is different today.
I was exactly the same.
But when I watched it and was writing my notes and unearthing everything,
mm-hmm.
Matt, I was like, at 3 different points I was bawling my eyes out.
I put this on sort of, similar going like, I know it's objectively
like great. Yeah.
Like incredible.
Yeah.
It's not that I hadn't clicked with it or that
No.
I was like, I thought it was overrated or anything like that. Yeah. It just, for whatever reason, if somebody said, "Oh, what's your favourite Doctor Who story?" it probably wouldn't enter my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe that's partly because it's a very sort of left field version of Doctor Who. You know, it's doing something quite different.
Very different.
What it usually does.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but on this watch I went,
my God.
am in love with this.
Yeah.
This is absolutely amazing.
Me too.
Maybe it's because, I guess, on other rewatches, I've probably done it within a marathon. Like, I don't think I've ever put this on its own, like, removed from the context of the rest of the series.
I've always watched Face the Raven. Face the Raisin.
Face the Raisin.
Oh my God. My favourite Doctor Who episode.
I'm sorry, you have to face the raisin.
Could you imagine just Clara being there like, let me be brave, and it's just a pack of raisins.
Just a little box, just twats her on the head like the newspaper in Deep Breath. Yeah. She's like...
knocks her back.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, funny. Normally...
We're funny.
Normally, I watch Heaven Sent off the back of Face the Raven.
Yeah.
And then quite often, normally, Hellbent after. I've never watched it just Heaven Sent on its own and with the purpose of writing a review about it or speaking about it. So I don't know if that changed anything, but how rich it is, the themes in it, mixed with the visuals and the metaphors, and how utterly clever everything is interwoven. Moffat's finest story ever.
It's so tight. It's
extremely
so
tight.
And sometimes I think the best Doctor Who stories are the ones that could be their own thing. Yeah. Like a TV special or a film of its own. And I know Moffat's kind of said something similar of like saying, "Oh, you know, you've got a good idea for a Doctor Who story when you think, oh, I've just blown that Hollywood film out of the water." Yeah. Which I think is true. But there's something about this. Like immediately after finishing watching this, I messaged my mate, who's a big like film guy. He's like my cinema pal. Right. Oh yeah. And he's not really a Doctor Who fan. I think he watched some stuff when he was a kid.
Isn't that illegal?
Why are you friends with him?
Sorry, hold on. You're friends with someone who doesn't binge watch Doctor Who on the daily. Okay.
Yeah, like I think he watched a fair bit of it as a kid. He's the same age as me, so it's
10th Doctor.
Half of the course, yeah.
Finished at 11th. Let me guess.
No, I think he watched bits and pieces.
Okay.
I think he watched little bits of Capaldi, maybe. Yeah, so I messaged him and I was like, "Mate, I know you're not really a Doctor Who fan. I've just rewatched this story because it turns 10 this week. The script is incredible. Yeah. The performance from Peter Capaldi is amazing. Yeah. But even if you're not invested in that, because I think from a certain perspective, it does have quite a lot of ties to the larger series, like the show itself, but Series 9 itself and the story before."
I was going to say we'll get onto that because I have things to say.
But I was like, even if you're not hooked by that, just the visuals, and the direction and the cinematography and the effects and stuff, it's gorgeous. Yeah. So he was like, "Yeah, okay." So I'll give it a watch at some point.
The best thing about it is also cohesive and drenched in the concept.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like every single visual and direction, like completely parallels everything that is in the script and what's nuanced throughout the episode.
Yeah, and I think part of that comes from or is just quite a nice thematic link with the fact that everything's happening within that castle. Yeah. And it's all about the Doctor's
processing.
Yeah, and his it's his story, really, isn't
Yeah, no, of course.
and obviously the fact that you've only really got Capaldi as, I was going to say the focus, but basically the only
Well, it's his episode. Yeah.
actor.
Yeah.
It's essentially a one-hander.
Yeah.
With some slight little asterisks
Yeah.
here and there, but Jesus Christ, it's good.
Yeah.
And I know we're not saying anything new here.
Nothing that we say today is going to be new and revolutionary.
We'll try our best.
Yeah.
Keep listening.
Yeah. Don't click off now.
But yeah, I was really blown away by it all over again.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to start?
I don't even know where to begin.
Well, should we go sort of off your notes?
Okay. Well, my first proper note is the design of the teleport is like the TARDIS console room.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which is really nice. And the concept of a never-ending castle, works so well for Peter Capaldi and the aesthetic of his Doctor. Like, they gel together so perfectly and cohesively. Like, that's exactly. But also, I put a little arrow that says, that's how I designed my TARDIS.
As a castle.
a miniature castle. Because there's so many off rooms. And I was trying to not crash out over anything that's good and aligns with how I think the journey to the centre of the TARDIS should have been written and should have been designed. I always have to try not to crash out about it.
Go on. What do you mean without crashing out? What do you mean by that?
Because I hate the journey to the centre of the TARDIS because I think it went in the complete wrong direction of what it should have gone in. And I think it's completely a missed opportunity that it's something called the journey to the centre of the TARDIS and we don't explore the TARDIS. And the offset or like off routes of different bits of the TARDIS and the potential and that you could have and play with from so many things that the TARDIS could exhibit. So this never-ending castle and this kind of aesthetic and what we see in the different rooms and that kind of thing, that's how I'd have like written it and that's how I envision how I write my TARDIS. So
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
so
fair.
I had to pause it and tell myself off for a second and just be like, no, what we're not going to do is then write a review with a comparison of the set design of Heaven Sent and why the journey of the centre of the TARDIS could have looked something similar to this. So I took a breather and then I moved on. But so should we talk about the design? Should we talk about design and visuals?
Yeah.
There are so many shots and designs in this episode that I have never paid attention to before, and that disgusts me.
The shame.
I can honestly say now I've improved as a person because I was a fake fan before watching this episode properly.
Damn.
There's the most beautiful, oh my goodness, the most beautiful shot of the Doctor. You know when he's holding the skull and he walks out onto the castle turret and there's all the stars in the sky and he puts it down on the ledge and he's just staring at this skull. The visual, absolutely beautiful / harrowing at the knowledge that obviously it's preconceived knowledge at this point, but of that being his own skull that he's looking at, but also with the themes of grief and his processing his loss for Clara
and death
and him just staring at this skull in the night sky with all of the stars. Oh my god, Moffat, what are you doing to me?
It's so thematically rich, isn't it? Yeah,
it's drenched. The second thing that I've never considered, paid attention to, which again is a slight on me, and I promise guys I'm doing better and I'm a better person for it, the garden scene. Why have we never discussed the fact that there's a shovel there? And what he's digging up is in the shape of a body, and he's digging this grave, right?
Yeah.
Which is already traumatizing. Definitely the best torture device. And as he hits the end, it's I'm in 12. Shall we unpick that?
Yeah, like the whole thing of him essentially digging his own grave.
Yeah.
And yeah, that sort of visual symbolism of that.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is him condemning himself to death over and over again. And I think there's a line earlier on, because basically all of my notes are
Dialogue.
Beautiful pieces of dialogue.
Yeah.
And there's a line, and it's sort of phrased as a joke, but I think it takes on a bit more like poignance. It's when he's sort of backed against the door for the first time the veil starts coming for him.
Yeah.
And he gets through the door and it's bricked off. Bricked up, rather.
It was great.
And then he's like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. And he goes, finally ran out of corridor. There's a life summed up.
Yeah.
Which, in itself, that's a fun joke.
No.
But also, this whole thing is him...
running through corridors.
Running. And it's going...
round and round.
Yeah. And it's him trying to escape...
his mind.
Yeah, trying to escape death, but also running away from confronting the fact that Clara is dead. Yeah. Like, not just his own death.
No, but...
running away from death as a concept.
Well, this is an episode of grief, loss, processing... all of that.
I'm interested to hear when we get to the end.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some people interpret the scene very differently to how I interpret it.
Okay, well, we'll discuss that when we get to it.
Yeah,
then.
I'm curious to see which camp you fall into.
Okay. I might even choose my own camp.
You might do. But yeah, it's really, really lovely imagery.
I really like how the themes of this episode doesn't only relate to what we've seen in Series 9 and the kind of relationship that 12 and Clara have, but when it starts to bring in strands of the am I a good man, some of that arc in there as well. When he's sat and he's talking about this being his own personal hell and it's just heaven for bad people, bringing all of that into it. Also, I really enjoyed unpicking 12, seeing his journey from Series 8 moving through to this episode of Series 9 and having all of the events of this episode reflecting his journey throughout this.
So what is it about the good man arc that you see in this specifically?
It's just reflections of him, his indecision on where he stood, his exploration of who he is and where he fits within the black and white, am I good or am I bad?
Oh, with the heaven and hell thing. I
and
see.
like I'm in 12 and him, because I read this episode more so as just an investigation into him processing his grief in many different shape and form. Yeah,
so because I guess it's very much a character study, isn't it? This episode, but I think forcing that kind of introspection on the Doctor is interesting, especially this Doctor, and kind of playing with that psychology. And I think it's interesting to see him assuming the role of the Doctor, even though there's not really anybody else around. Like there's obviously the veil and he's talking to whoever's done this to him, but I find it quite clear that there's a performative aspect to this.
Which breaks my heart when he says, like, why can't I just lose? Why do I have to keep fighting? When it's his own performance that he's doing already.
Yeah. So let's talk, because we said, can we talk about the production design? And then you moved on to something else.
As I do.
Yeah. Production design.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
Michael Pickwood is the production designer on this. I believe he also designed that Capaldi's TARDIS, or like Matt's second TARDIS into Capaldi's. Really, really gorgeous.
The scene with the fireplace.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Probably one of the most beautiful sets I've seen, and it's just so simple, but so effective because of how it's lit and how it's shot. It's beautiful. But his bedroom, shall we say, in this castle with the Clara painting, with the paint cracking and falling off, which is A, really beautiful, C, really, no, miss B, 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 gut-wrenching for the Doctor, but also when the veil is approaching and there's a fly that lands just on Clara's lip. As I was watching that, I was like, oh my god, if this isn't just rich with the themes of this episode and is just a perfect encapsulation of what this episode is, I don't know what is.
It's so good.
It's so good. Like, there's just so many layers and entangled in everything. It's like, you know, right, okay, this might be a very unique experience, but I'm hoping some people get it as well. You know when you watch Snow White for the first time and the animation and she bites into the apple and it crunches and it's the perfect red and you know that it's the perfect taste with the right level of juice. That's what that's what this episode feels like.
I feel like you've just gone in a very roundabout way of explaining, like, the Goldilocks theory. Like, you know the whole thing of, like, Goldilocks and the Three Bears is one porridge is too hot, one's too cold, and one's just right, one's perfect.
Oh, okay. That's what I just did.
That, but you used a different fairy tale and a very convoluted talk about the juiciness of apples.
Yeah, because you got to get the right tartness, the right crunch and juice ratio to have the perfect apple.
I like a crisp apple.
Cold, crisp, not that much juice, a bit of bitterness.
Not too cold.
I like to, when I bite
Cool.
into... Yeah.
Yeah.
But you bite into it, it's got that...
Okay. Yeah.
And you don't want juice dribbling down your chin, because that's just sticky.
Dribbling down your tits?
When you got juice down your tits. No, when you've got juice running down your chin, and it's just... Like when you bite into an orange, you don't want that.
No. That's too juicy.
Yeah, it's too juicy. But you know when you bite and you're like... Sometimes you got...
that's too juicy.
You know when you bite into an apple and you have to go like... Oh, a bit of juice tried to run away. That's the level of juice that you want for your apple. And this is exactly what Heaven Sent does.
This is a tangent. So, yeah, I really like this was filmed in, I want to say Cardiff Castle, a lot of this.
Okay.
Like, they filmed a lot of it in actual Castle. Maybe one or two, like, for the different bits, obviously. But I really like because, yeah, you have got this sort of stone... it feels like a prison, like an old school prison, like the Bastille or whatever. Like, and yeah, you've got this stone and candlelight and all of that kind of.
It just brings in the atmosphere and the ambience, doesn't it?
Yeah, you've got that sort of motif running through it, but then also you've got all of the cogs and the turning and the kind of
the animatronic. Yeah,
and the kind of cyclical thing, which I think is again quite nice. Yeah, metaphorically.
Yeah.
But also, I really like the screens and the kind of slightly anachronistic, even though it's like old technology. Yeah. Like, it's not like a hologram or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's an old like.
Yeah, but this is why I feel
TV
like
monitor.
it parallels the TARDIS really well.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a big torture TARDIS. You've got the teleport, which is the console. You got his room, which is the console room, and off strands of what TARDIS rooms are. Then you've got the console so that you can visualize outside, but instead of it being outside, it's the veil and what the veil is seeing. So he's always got that ticking clock going. And then, so you know when he smashes the window and then he dives down into the water, I like to think of that bubble as like the little TARDIS bubble, you know, like its defense bubble.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, like, he's concealed within this one area. So I just enjoy that parallel.
Yeah. No, to be fair, until you sort of mentioned it, I'd not really noticed the TARDIS sort of design parallel.
Because it's really sad, because obviously he's just lost Clara, which he's codependent on, toxically. which is great, and that's their whole arc. But then, so he relies on Clara heavily for any kind of reassurance, any kind of decision that he makes, things like that. But then the secondary is his TARDIS, which is the second biggest thing, and both of them have been removed. So you've got Clara in many different forms, in the portraits, in the I'm going to say memorabilia, but you know what I mean, like...
The memorabilia?
No, but I don't mean it memorabilia.
A character options figure?
No, well, I'm trying to... I can't find the right word in the brain, but like...
Like the subconscious
The subconscious, like, memories of, like, skulls, digging up a grave, writing bird, like the...
Memento Mori.
Is that what it's called?
Well, it's Latin for... It's like, basically remembering that you're going to die. Like, the skull in Hamlet is an example of Memento Mori.
Okay.
Because it's him looking at his own mortality and being like, I'm going to die, I will become...
This skull. So, that, but in the context of Clara, writing bird, him still not accepting her death and grieving over her. So you've got, like, the stages of grief there. So you've got all of those seasoned through as constant reminders of Clara, and when he's talking about the Brothers Grimm, Shepherd's Boy.
Yeah.
But then also you've got things that reflect the TARDIS, like Never-Ending Rooms, the console screen, like the teleport looking like a physical embodiment of the central bit of the TARDIS.
The sort of rotating...
Yeah.
Which the top of the column does in Capaldi's TARDIS, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Bigger on the inside.
Uh-huh.
Like, all of these things are constant reminders of the things that he's lost.
Yeah.
And he's trying to figure out who he is and how he can get out of this so that he can return back to those comfort blankets.
Which I think is also interesting because this is obviously Time Lord technology because it's within the confession diet.
Yeah. So
that's a really nice little link, yeah.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. It really is a bespoke torture chamber for him. And it is perfectly well designed.
Yeah.
To absolutely get him to the point of no return.
Because he says it, doesn't he, quite early on, this is like a
this is a torture chamber. This is a torture room for me. But
he doesn't really know what for.
No.
And I think it's quite cool that it is, because it is to get information out of him, which is why you torture someone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to get confessions.
Yeah. Like, immediately he's going up against
his continuous rebellion
against Gallifrey and Time Lords. His first line when he comes out he steps out of the teleport, you get that flashback to Face the Raven, and it's almost like he's gone, Clara's dead, and then he gets that, like, if you had any part in killing her, I'm coming for you, I'm never gonna stop, and, like, he immediately comes out and goes,
I'm getting out of here and I'm coming for you.
Yeah. And I think to a certain extent, his sort of returning to the Doctor persona and maybe playing up to that a little bit, and he's cracking all the jokes.
He's nothing without an audience.
Yeah, all of that sort of stuff, and playing up to the jokes and stuff. I think that's maybe part of the rebellion. It's like, no, you've not crushed me.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still fighting.
Yeah, like, I'm fine. I'm the Doctor. I'm gonna, like, and it is that slight sort of, well, it's not even slight, is it? It's denial.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All the way through is just cycles of grief, and but I think his rebellion, going back onto your point, is what makes the softer moments of him when he's losing his fight more saddening.
Yeah.
Like when he's on the floor in front of the diamond wall. Yeah. And it's just that shot of him laying there.
So good.
It's sad. I just started crying. And when he's in the TARDIS crashing out.
Yeah, when he sits down on the steps.
And he doesn't want to carry on anymore. Yeah. He just wants to lose. He wants to give up because he's so exhausted with having to fight. It's devastating. And Clara comes into play as she always did and always does, in picking him back up again and saying, come on, we're going to win this.
Yeah. I think it's really nice to have those sort of, have that Clara inclusion.
Yeah.
Um,
because when she was there, it was like that. He would always use Clara and speak to Clara in the way to push him forward and figure things out. So if it didn't have him going into his head, being in his safe space, the TARDIS, with Clara, his best friend, who he adores, it wouldn't hit the same. You couldn't just have him running around the confession dial, trying to figure things out.
And I do believe that, you know, because you get that first moment where he's able to unlock the door, and he goes, "You see, Clara?" And a lot of the, like, I've seen that happen a lot in, you know, TV and film and stuff,
and within Doctor Who, because Ten does it when he's talking in the console and no one's there.
In Partners in Crime,
and things like that.
I think sometimes it's not really earned.
No, this is
that. I believe that. The sort of acceptance, but he continues to talk to Clara. When he's sort of walking through, and he's and it's, I think that's quite a nice way of, Capaldi's got no one to bounce off here.
So
but there's still a sort of duologue going on.
Yeah.
And then the other way you get around that is him sort of playing the role. And, you know, being like, okay, this is a mystery. This is a puzzle. There's that line, it's a killer puzzle box trying to scare me to death and I'm trapped inside it. Must be Christmas. So he's sort of performing a little bit like Paul's Doctor in Chimes of Midnight. Before Edward Grove has revealed himself. Okay, well, I'm playing this part.
And so I'm going to perform.
So I think it's really smartly done. Because at no point do you ever feel like, I don't know.
Okay, well, I might be able to help you with the I don't know, because Moffat does this with the 11th Doctor, which doesn't work for me, and he does it again in Heaven Sent, but it does work for me.
Okay.
So this, like, performance-based kind of Capaldi in and of itself is what
Kat just did a really funny little shimmy as she was saying that. Nobody got to see that but me, and I'm really sorry that you didn't.
I'm trying to process my words.
Real performance-y.
It is the embodiment of his character. This episode is really Sherlocky, and I like it when Moffat Sherlocks in Doctor Who. He does it with 11 in, is it Let's Kill Hitler?
Yeah.
And I hate it, because I hate the episode anyway, but I really hate that rendition of Moffat being Sherlock in Doctor Who. But he does it really well in Heaven Sent, because it's the Doctor on his own, and he's trying to figure out, he does his little experiments to try and figure out all of the different things so that he can progress further in the story. So that you do have a sense of the Doctor working and playing with something, rather than, because this episode could have been extremely flat with the Doctor just running from the veil. But because Moffat makes him speak to Clara, think about Clara, respond to Clara, puts in the jokes, puts in the dramatics, and then Sherlock's it up a bit, it completely works.
And I think it's really difficult to write what's essentially a monologue for 50 minutes. And I know, obviously, we've just said there how it's not a monologue because we break away from that conventions, and
of course.
There's a lot of sort of artistic license with the stylization of it, and there's sort of like a wider argument that the castle itself is a character, and like the environment itself is a character.
Well, of course, because he even what does he call it? He calls it an animatronic haunted house. So that in of itself is alive. And it has something to say, and it's doing something. And then you've got the veil as well. So you've got more bodies in the episode, but they don't speak. They perform, but they don't speak. So you have to work around that.
It is incredibly difficult to write just one character. Like, I've written a play that's just one guy, and frequently you go, well, who's he talking to?
Yeah.
Or like, why is he saying this? He'd just think it in his head. And you have to, you know, as soon as you've got two people in a room, I forget who said it, but it's, you put two people together, one wants something.
Yeah.
One wants something that the other has got.
Yeah.
Or wants something from the other or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's drama.
Yeah.
Whereas you remove one of those people, that's really difficult.
Well, to be fair, if you want to play with that convention, the Time Lords wanted something from someone, and that was the Doctor.
Yeah.
And that's drama.
Yeah, I guess it's just an outside.
Yeah, it's just a flip on your convention, isn't it? But I'm not saying it's at all bad to do that.
No.
It's absolutely incredible.
But yeah, it's really, really difficult. I read a little bit of the script on the writer's room afterwards just to make sure that I'd got some of these quotes that I'd written down
correctly, yeah.
Right. And there's so much, because I think when I think of a Stephen Moffat script, often I think it's very, very wordy.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as in it bogs it down. It's zippy and it's zingers and it's you know, quick pace and you know.
Moffat has his own unique style of writing.
It's got a pace to it generally, and that's obviously that's not to say he can't do slower, you know, more so. But when I think of the Moffat style, I think of, you know, it's got a kind of cadence to it.
Yeah,
it's that sort of da 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 da. Like it's almost like that punchline kind of cadence and intonation a lot of the time, because he writes so many gags into, you know, he sort of cut his teeth on comedy and sitcoms. But reading through this, there's the stage directions, there's so much detail. Like, it's really, and obviously part of that is because there's not as much dialogue in your standard episode because you've only really got one character.
Yeah.
But there's so much there, and you can see how developed and how thought out
it is.
This story is, and it gets completely like translated from the script onto the screen. Yeah, like by Rachel Talalay. And
I was going to say they both work together so well. It
made me go, I'm just going to read this script. Yeah, you know, top to bottom, and it's brilliant. Yeah, it's really, really, really great script. So well written, beautiful concept, and I feel like a lot of the time, I think most Doctor Who stories have a great concept. Yeah. I think very few of them take that concept and realise it, execute it to its full potential.
Yeah. Because of many different things. Whether that be budgetary, production,
exactly,
actors,
or just the focus that you put on it. This
timing.
This takes one core concept, one character. Yeah. Obviously, there's stuff going on around it with the sort of series arcs and Clara and all the sort of history of the show and all of that. But at its core, it's just one man trapped in a castle dealing with grief. Yeah. Mirrored by this really smart mystery going on around him of this infinite loop. The reveal that he's been repeating himself and doing a bit of a Groundhog Day situation. I think sometimes Stephen's writing, I can hear him going, "Ha see, I'm clever." And he is very clever. Fair enough.
Yeah. He owns it.
Yeah. He is very clever. But sometimes it feels, I can feel it trying to be clever.
This one is just clever.
This feels like,
it's earnest.
I think it's the difference between meeting someone and then being like, oh yeah, well actually I went to Oxford and I'm a theoretical physicist and immediately coming out with all of this stuff, and somebody just being like, hi, you okay? But you just go, you're smart. Yeah I can tell. You've
got that vibe. Yeah
and that's not me saying that some Stephen Moffat episodes are the former, but it just feels very natural and kind of effortlessly. Yeah. It feels complete. Yeah. It feels tied up. Yeah. It feels designed. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it's been really refined
Yeah.
and crafted.
Crafted, yeah.
That's another word.
Yeah, crafted, tailored.
Designed.
Yeah.
Like meticulously.
Yeah.
It just feels like
It's-
every
Last
little
detail was fully thought out and executed.
Yeah, like every brushstroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no surprise to me that people
Love it.
love it so
Yeah.
much.
This is Doctor Who at his height.
I'd love to know what the thought process was from Stephen going, I'm going to write this. And I know Rob mentioned it when we interviewed him about that Stephen said something like, you know, when they chat in the pub and he'd go, "Oh, I'm gonna write one. I'm gonna write one. It's just Peter." And he's locked in a castle.
Yeah.
And Rob was like, "Oh yeah, sounds thrilling."
Yeah.
And it
Sounds
was
great,
brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'd really like to know what inspired him to do that, or if it came as a sort of conclusion to, okay, well, Clara's going to die. Oh, we'll do this, or if it started life as, oh, it'd be a cool experiment to do, you know, because it's really sort of reawoken
something in you.
Like
you're getting your teeth into it.
It's like
Get
a
into
juicy
that
apple. Yeah, I just think it's really interesting because it's obviously not. And there's that panel that he does where he spoke a little bit about it, and he said it's kind of like Doctor Who done as like an art house film.
Yeah,
it's very sort of left of center of what the show usually does. And he said
that's what makes it great, because you couldn't have a whole series of high concept episodes like that.
No, absolutely not.
Because it just wouldn't hit.
And he said, I think there'll be a lot of the audience that watched it and went, "Oh, okay, is Doctor Who on next week?" Like,
yeah, but you have to have a mixed bag with it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it's really interesting that a lot of these sort of really high regarded stories, especially in the modern era, tend to be the ones that
low budget, character centered, one room or one setting, midnight.
I was going to say just ones that kind of break away from the general mold. Formula.
Yeah.
You know, even things like Human Nature.
Yeah.
You're taking the Doctor out of it, but you're doing the Doctor's still sort of there, but you're doing something more interesting there. Yeah. Midnight, it's a bottle episode, very character focused, psychological horror.
Yeah.
This, where it's a really deep, thematic, introspective look into the psychology of grief and this character.
Yeah.
Dalek is very much, you've got a kind of base under siege thing, but not.
But it's
really.
It's reintroducing the Daleks.
Yeah.
And what they mean now,
but also I think at the core of that is that relationship
between Nine and Rose.
Or
Nine and the Dalek.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting that, and it perhaps sort of makes sense because, Doctor Who does have a formula.
Yeah.
Which
it's episode of the week, monster of the week, isn't it?
Yeah, the sort of monster of the week thing.
With the overarching
that generally, if you tune into an episode of Doctor Who, the Doctor will have turned up on a spaceship or at some point in the past.
Some alien causing a ruckus.
Something's going on. There's an alien knocking about. They're going to save the day.
Yeah.
And then, all right, see you same time next week.
Yeah.
Whereas episodes like this, we're doing something different this week. And
it's so incredibly engaging and interesting.
Yeah.
And you're just hooked from the
whole
first
thing.
Second.
I was so engrossed.
Yeah.
Watching it.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about Peter Capaldi?
I think we should.
Peter goddamn Capaldi.
The Doctor.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about him.
Like, if anyone was watching Capaldi and they were a bit iffy on Series 8 and then, they're kind of walking through Series 9, this has to be the moment where it's a turning point for them to go, no, he is the Doctor.
Yeah.
If there hasn't been, for some reason, a moment beforehand that makes them think that.
This is, I want to say, his strongest performance.
Or at least one of.
I was going to say, yeah. But he never gives a bad performance.
Never.
But obviously this script is very much written for him to go
and slay, and that's what he did.
He's just so good. He's just so good.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know what else to say. I mean, I can read some of the lines that I wrote down that I really liked, which is obviously testament to Mr. Moffat also.
Mm-hmm.
But the delivery from Peter is stunning.
Can I just say really quickly before you do that, I really, really, really love the little door scene. You know, when he psychically unlocks the door.
Well, I've got a note for that.
Oh,
yeah.
Go on then.
It's the line where he goes, "Clearly you can't form an actual psychic link with a door for one very obvious reason. They're notoriously cross."
Yeah. Can I just say, I love, and and a lot of people that are new to my life say it often, and they don't understand the joy that it gives me. I love it when people say, "Oh, and it made me cross." It's like a little sprinkle of fairy dust in my ears.
What, the word cross?
The word cross. It made me really cross. Did it make you cross? Did it? Like, I don't know, I'm so used to, like, emotive language, like, I was really angry or frustrated, or it made me explode.
I was so bloody pissed off, mate.
Yeah, or, like, no, can't say that. Or just, like, a big I'll
put a little bleep there. That was intense.
No, but I'm so used to that, so when I hear someone going, and actually I thought that made me really cross.
I was a bit cross, actually.
I'm like, I love you.
Well, doors, notoriously cross, apparently.
And I love doors. I also love doors. I love...
Let's not go on a tangent.
No, but... Right.
Kat was like, yeah, I reckon probably about another... We took a tiny little break there. I was like, yeah, I reckon we can probably wrap this up in like 20 minutes. I love doors. So, yeah, I'll run through some of these lines. Yeah. The whole opening monologue, I think that's gorgeous. Yeah. The whole...
See, because I get a bit... You know, when a cat gets angry and its hair spikes up.
Is there a word for that?
Yeah.
You might have to finish your sentence and I can help you.
Okay. I get a bit... when Moffat... Like in Listen, when he monologues at the beginning and I'm like, oh, come on.
Right.
Right. I get a bit like...
You don't really like it.
Yeah, it's not... It just makes me go like, oh, come on. This, on the other hand, I was like, pop off, Queen, let's go. I really, really, really enjoyed it.
It really works.
It really also works.
Because the whole episode is essentially him monologuing.
It just this is the moment to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it fits and it's great.
I quite like the idea that it starts before the Doctor has entered the room. Yeah. Like before he's been teleported in. But obviously, we later find out that the Doctor has already been there. So maybe that's the Doctor before. It kind of speak. Do you know what I mean?
I love that, yeah.
Maybe not literally
before, but like a version.
You know, sort of thematically, symbolically. Okay, yeah. That's an earlier version of him.
Can we directly link that to what incredible editing and direction that whole scene is when he's like 7,000 years to it's been 2 billion years? Or that montage with the shepherd's boy just...
I've noted down, because obviously Capaldi, Moffat, Talele are like the three that, rightly so, get all of the praise sort of thrown onto them.
Yeah.
And rightly so, because they're all brilliant and do, I think, career best work with this story.
Episode, yeah.
But I also wanted to give a shout out to the cinematography by Stuart Biddlecombe, because
incredible work.
The best looking episode of the show.
Yes. Hands down.
And I
tweeted about it earlier. The best visuals in Doctor Who. They're unmatched.
Like, it looks like a film.
Yeah.
You know.
Considering that I've been to my fair share of castles. I've worked in a castle. They never look like that.
No.
So seeing
it's
absolutely beautifully shot
and framed
dressed,
and
everything. Yeah.
So good. The production design we've already mentioned, Michael Pickwood. The editing, Will Oswald, who especially I think in that sort of, as you say, in that montage scene.
Yeah.
That's really difficult to
execute seamlessly, and for it to not feel it's a repetitive cycle, but for it to not feel like it's a repetitive cycle of things just on replay.
Yeah, and kind of be able to pitch the pace of it.
Yeah.
Right? And
yeah,
that's got to be a headache.
Yeah.
And it ramps up the pace.
Yeah.
And I think it's also speaks to like how cinematic and how sort of iconic the rest of the episode is.
Yeah.
That you can show something as simple as like the like antique looking glass eyepiece thing.
Yeah.
You can show that falling to the floor, or a petal, or just the chair smashing through the window, or
the face grabbing,
the
veil jumping out
like
at him in the grave.
For that to just be visual shorthand of that scene,
yeah,
like
11 times.
And I know that sounds kind of obvious, but they switch it up each time with what shot they're using. But also, it's a lot of close-ups of just really gorgeous looking shots of objects or of little parts of the scenery or just really, really well selected. And obviously that's like probably the flashiest bit of editing. But throughout, I think, because you've not got another person to cut to.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Similarly with the direction. You can cut between angles and like the framing of you can cut from a close up to a wide shot or whatever. But in a sort of standard conversation scene, where you might cut from person one and you cut to person two mid conversation. There's no one to cut to.
No.
And it never feels, there are no seams.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It feels really, cohesive, really well crafted. Yeah. And then finally, the music by Murray Gold.
I even said to you, we all know I don't notice the music because that's not my forte.
Yeah.
However, I did in this episode, and this is one of Murray's strongest musically scored episodes.
I agree.
I've had throughout this whole podcast, I've had the Shepherd's Boy playing on repeat in my head.
What a
banger!
Stunning piece of music.
It's gorgeous, and it's the music, because I cried the third time through the montage. It just, with the music, all of how it's edited, the dialogue over the top of it, it just makes you really emotional. It really, really serves it.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful, beautiful little piece of music.
Yeah.
And I like that you can hear hints of it at the start.
Yeah.
Which again feeds into the cyclical kind of thing. Yeah, that track is, and I know it's one that everybody talks about. It's not. It's not like an under.
I Am the Doctor and Shepherd's Boy are just.
Yeah, it's not a hidden gem within the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But Christ, does it earn it?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
So good. But I also I noticed there's some really nice synth sounds in this one, which I think again adds to that kind of.
It matches the design of the castle.
I was going to say that kind of anachronism.
Yeah.
Sort of
mechanical.
Yeah.
The cog.
Yeah, like the cogs turn it, because it's quite a sort of, not harsh, but it's
industrial.
It's that sort of like saw lead synth. Yeah. It's not like a flowy sort of pad, like something that Sega Nakanola would use sort of in Series 11 to, that sort of sweeping, like it feels very 80s. 80s in general, but 80s Doctor Who, sort of Peter Howell kind of thing, which is interesting because, I remember when we were talking about Under the Lake and stuff, and there's some more synthy kind of like drum machine vibes in that when they're running from the ghosts and stuff. It was interesting to see, because when I think of Murray's music and style, I think very orchestral, a bit of your John Williams and your Danny Elfman and your very sort of melodic orchestral singable melodies.
Yeah.
And part of that sound is, the National Orchestra of Wales, and there's lots of brass and strings and all of this sort of stuff. But I think it's interesting that around this time there starts to be a few more electronic elements sort of added in.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not to say that there aren't those elements in earlier series, but I think rarely are they sort of quite front and centre.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice to see, because that is another big, well, you know, a lot of classic Doctor Who,
Yeah.
the Radiophonic Workshop,
Yeah.
it's you know, a sort of pioneer within electronic
Mhm.
music. So it's nice to see that kind of integrated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to stop knowing about music now.
Yeah, you lost my interest.
Thank you.
No, I wasn't being rude.
So I'm going to go.
No, I wasn't being rude. I wasn't.
A line that really got me, and I went, oh, I don't know what it is. It just really punched, and I felt the weight of Clara's loss. It's Capaldi going, I just watched my best friend die in agony. My day can't get any worse.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do about yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sings. It's that classic, like, Moffat dialogue where it maybe doesn't feel completely natural. And it feels,
but it's poetic.
Written. Yeah, sort of, it's the poetry of it, I think.
The thing with Capaldi's dialogue, some of Matt's era took me out. Not out of it, but it's an ongoing thing, isn't it? That Moffat's dialogue isn't 100% natural as to what a person would say.
No.
But in Capaldi's era, specifically with Capaldi, I do believe everything that 12 would say that.
Yeah. And I think it's stylized. I think, because I think you can have stylized though. Because like someone like Quentin Tarantino, his dialogue isn't natural.
Yeah.
Like it's very much in his style.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it any less good.
No. Absolutely not.
And I think that's the same with
Moffat.
It's just a different way, a different style,
dialogue.
A different tone, a different voice.
Yeah.
But I agree that I do believe it a little bit more from Peter.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is because it's that slight arrogance, but also this thing of like, I'm playing the Doctor.
Yeah.
I don't mean Peter playing the Doctor.
No,
I mean
he has a
the
performative Doctor. Yeah.
Playing the role of the Doctor.
Yeah.
And I think then again that kind of links into
the layering, isn't it?
The good man arc and the really sort of being like, who am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the Doctor. Oh, the Doctor would do this. I'm gonna, you know.
And that's what makes me sad about this episode as well, because as we go through the good man arc, and he's dealing with his grief as well, there are moments in there, I don't have the dialogue written down, but where you can really feel the weight on his shoulders of Clara becoming him. There's the whole hybrid arc that links into that, and he feels, what's the word?
Like responsible
for her death, which he is.
Well, there's a great line, he sees the shovel.
Yeah.
And he's like, what would you do?
Yeah.
And then you get the chalkboard.
Exactly what I'd do.
Exactly the same as you or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, of course you would. And then he goes, which, let's be honest, that's what kill you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
And he says it with a kind of flippancy.
Yeah.
And that kind of 12th Doctor snark.
Yeah. But you know that it's heavy on his shoulders and in his mind.
But it's aimed inwards.
Yeah.
And there's no one else there to hear it.
No.
That's just him beating himself up.
Yeah. Again, a great layer of torture.
Yeah. I really, really liked that line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one's beautiful. The day you lose someone isn't the worst. At least you've got something to do.
Distract yourself.
It's all the days they stay dead.
Yeah. I wrote that one down.
That's a beautiful, beautiful line.
Yeah.
The not scared of hell, it's just heaven for bad people. People always get it wrong with Time Lords. We take forever to die.
Oh, that whole scene of him decaying.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And
that's why we like to die together, because
like,
we don't bury each other.
No, not to bury us too early. Which feels kind of like a bit of a link back to last series finale.
With Dark Water, Death in Heaven with the Cybermen.
Yeah. And the last one I've got here is, how long can I keep doing this, Clara? Burning the old me to make a new one.
Yeah.
Which I think is a beautiful line in itself within the context of the story that he's literally getting burnt.
Yeah.
Also, maybe kind of a regeneration allegory.
Yeah.
And kind of foreshadows his, like, Twice Upon a Time and the whole thing of, like, him being like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just going through this cycle.
But thematically, it's rich as well.
Yeah.
With running through the cycles of grief.
Mm-hmm.
And the burning yourself out. Processing and grieving and going through all of those cycles. It's just so rich.
Okay, so let's talk about the ending.
Okay, yeah. You said about a camp.
Yes. So
What camp am I in?
I've seen a lot of people that interpret the breaking down the wall scene,
Yeah.
just that sequence,
Yeah.
as a really big sort of triumphant moment
Okay.
of him overcoming his grief.
He hasn't overcome it yet. We've still
and
got Hellbent.
fighting his way out of the...
No.
And the idea that the castle itself is sort of his grief, and he's stuck inside that, and then he breaks through that wall and he gets himself out, but it takes him so long to do that.
Yeah.
But eventually he breaks through.
I disagree with that, because even if we didn't have Hellbent, which is literally him visually displaying that he is not over his grief, because if he had grieved and processed it, he wouldn't have brought back Clara and punched a Time Lord in the face. Although actually no, I feel like he would do that anyway.
I was going to say more killed him in cold blood, like shot him.
Yeah, he did shoot someone, but he punched someone as well.
Yeah. I was just saying, in terms of the ranking of bad things that he did.
I just didn't want to mention GUNS on our YouTube channel, to be honest, but hey.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think that he processed his grief at all. He is in the torture chamber of grief, and he is being tortured by his grief, his actions, his relationship with Clara, the fact that she's dead, all of that, absolutely. The bird is a good signifier of the raven and killing Clara and it sharpening its beak, and that being a repetitive cycle that's driving him mad and beating him down, which is also what the Diamond Wall is doing, as he's physically punching it to try and break through that cycle. I don't see it as a breakthrough for him. It's just him breaking through the wall, not even to get onto the other side, but just as a process.
Yeah.
Until he's finally passed through the wall, and then he's face to face with the Time Lords. It's just that next step. It doesn't mean he's processed it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he's healed and he's okay now and it's a bright and shining light at the end of the tunnel, because that's not how grief works. Some people grieve and they come out the other end, and that's fine. A lot of people don't. And in this instance, he doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's just moving on from the story.
But I think it's, for me, I completely agree. Like, and I also, I should say, I completely understand why people have interpreted it like that. Especially because, we were saying there about the shepherd's boy playing.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful sort of...
uplifting.
Heroic sort of very soulful piece of music. And it's kind of played like a victory.
Yeah, of course.
Because in his mind it is.
Yeah, because he's overcome.
He's
broken free.
Yeah, and that's something that I really love about this story, is that, he's trapped within this castle.
Yeah.
And it is a sort of extension of his grief.
Yeah.
He has been put there, yes, but he could easily get out. Because...
all he has to do is confess.
Yeah.
But he refuses to do that.
It's stubbornness and kind of arrogance and a sort of denial.
Yeah.
And I mean, you get that bit in Hellbent later on where Clara learns about it.
Yeah, and she's like,
and he's
well,
like, how long was he?
This?
Why would you do that to yourself? And him being like, I had a duty of care.
He had one, as soon as he realised he could break free the long way round, he always had a seed in his head to get Clara back.
Yeah.
That's the main motive here. It's not a process of his grief and him being free. It's, I'm going to get Clara back.
I can reverse it.
Yeah. I'm going to do anything that I can to do it.
Yeah. Because it would be a form of acceptance, I guess, for him to confess.
Yeah.
And be able to get out.
Yeah.
Because that would be him, I guess,
Admittance.
allegorically moving on from his grief. Or,
Yeah.
Obviously, it's probably not quite as simple as that. But I think it's really interesting that the way he gets out of there is by punching his way out.
Yeah.
Because that feels so sort of antithetical to how the Doctor solves problems.
Yeah.
He doesn't punch his way out of things. He doesn't fight his way out.
He talks his way out of things.
He talks his way out of things, and
Yeah.
he uses his brain. And
yeah.
you know, he drops a petal and this, and
yeah.
he's calculating the physics of the local gravity and how he's gonna, you know.
Yeah, and how many seconds it takes for him to plummet into the water.
Exactly. Whereas, and especially this Doctor, you know, he's not, you know, the sort of slightly more athletic David Tennant, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's so stark to see him just walloping this wall, and with like bloody knuckles, and because it feels like stubbornness. It feels like just a pure, complete disregard for his own well-being, physically and mentally.
Yeah.
But also Clara's memory.
Yeah. This is his version of winning. Yeah,
that's what I mean. I think the shepherd's boy playing, and, you know, and he's fighting his way out. And it's, like, don't get me wrong, it's an incredibly, like, impressive feat.
Yeah.
And a triumph of sorts.
Yeah, because he does get out
because he overcomes this thing through sheer will.
Yeah.
But it's contrasted with the fact that, like, you didn't have to do that.
No.
And also, the confession that he doesn't want to give up is what the hybrid is.
Yeah.
Which
he confesses once he's out of it.
Immediately after getting through.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it doesn't mean anything to him.
And he knows that they can still hear him because he's holding the confession dial, and he says, I know that you can still hear me.
Yeah.
And then he admits it as soon as he's outside of it.
And it has no real meaning to him. Like, there's nothing that he's necessarily losing by giving up that information.
No.
It's just this, like, rage that he has for, are you responsible for what's happened to Clara?
Yeah. His mind is completely clouded with the grief of Clara.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And everything that he does is a stem from that.
Yeah. But I think it's really interesting that people have interpreted it as this really beautiful thing of him breaking out of his grief, and you know, it takes time, and it's going to be difficult, and it's a challenge and a sort of personal kind of sacrifice. You're going to have days where
you want to give up, and
where you want to give up, and where it's
days,
going to go wrong, but then you get up the next day and you go through it again, and eventually at some point you'll go through that cycle and you will be slightly further forward. And that's a really lovely metaphor and allegory, and I know that a lot of people have said to Stephen Moffat that it's really helped them get through moments of grief and you know, loss.
And that's a great reading.
Which is beautiful,
them,
that in itself.
Yeah.
And obviously we always talk about death of the author, and authorial intent isn't necessarily, you know, the be-all and end-all.
Yeah.
And I think that it's great that people have had that real life sort of, it's impacted them properly in their own lives.
And that's what stories do.
Yeah, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
But personally for me, I get much more out of it from our reading of that character and the story, and where it goes from there.
It just feels a bit more truer to the character and the story and the build going into the next episode.
Yeah. I think it's almost more interesting that that's left implicit.
Yeah.
Like, it's left in the subtext.
Yeah.
Because everything about that scene is telling you the opposite.
Yeah.
You know, with that.
Yeah.
That score and the editing and and he's fighting and he's breaking it down, and then the light shines through and he steps out and
he's free.
And it's like,
and he's holding the torture device in his hand.
Yeah.
And he's bigger than it now.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere that can go, and it closes up and it's concealed and it's gone forever, and that's all great. And it does feel like he's won over that.
Yeah.
And physically he has.
Yeah, he's surrounding it rather than vice versa.
Yeah. But internally, it's just not the case.
Yeah. But it's essentially it becomes a point where that is a prison of his own making.
Yeah.
Because he has the key to get out, and he chooses to stay there and put himself through that hell. I mean, these are his own words. That hell, that torture.
Yeah.
He chooses to go through that for millennia. over and over again, just because
He doesn't want them
he
to win.
refuses to accept Clara's death.
And that.
And then when people say it's out of character for the Doctor to go and save Clara, and that's what not baffles me, because that sounds really rude. But like,
it's confusing when you've got
it
the
feels to me
before,
that feels like so clearly
presented,
showing that he's not okay. Like he is not in a good place.
Yeah,
and this is like Capaldi's sort of Time Lord Victorious equivalent, I guess, of him kind of not in that he's.
I see what you're trying to say.
It's him kind of disregarding the rules.
Yeah.
Or his moment, Chris's moment in Dalek of with
holding
the gun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what Matt would be. Maybe in A Town Called Mercy, where he's just going to shoot, like he throws Adrian Scarborough's character out, or maybe the Colonel Runaway.
Yeah,
bit.
I'd probably say more of that.
And it's not just because they're dark moments.
No.
But it's
out of character Doctor.
It's out of character, but it's not like.
But it's not out of character because it's within them.
You understand how they've got there. This isn't how you normally act.
Yeah.
But it's still within the possibilities of your characterization. It doesn't feel like if he, I don't know, like if he stepped out of that little portal and that kid comes running up and he just booted him in the face, that's out of character.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go, that's something where you go, no, there's no way your character would ever do that.
Yeah.
Forcing your way through gunpoint to bring your friend who you have this toxic relationship with.
Codependency with,
Codependency, that's completely within character for you.
And
I think especially, it's all contextual.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that Jodie Whittaker, middle of series 11, just on a whim, would decide, actually, I'm going to go to Gallifrey and shoot my mates.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But
although, sure.
Although
probably
maybe the 13th Doctor isn't the best yardstick to measure characterization. But do you know what I mean? It's all because of what's led to it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the journey, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because Series 8, 12 is not the same 12 that he is at the end of Series 9.
Yeah. And it's even like 12 in the middle of Face the Raven isn't the same as 12 at the end of Face the Raven. No. Because obviously not. Because there's an arc that's gone on there, the story, and that character is developed because of what's happened around them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's slightly missing the point.
Yeah.
And I'm conscious of being like, you didn't get it.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you sound like.
Yeah. I think it's like maybe sort of overlooks the context of the stories and the characters at this moment to say that it's out of character. Personally, I'm trying to be very diplomatic.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
On that note, should we listen to what other people have to say?
I think we should do that. So I believe you did a poll.
I did
on the Twitters.
I did, and I do actually want to discuss it with you.
Oh, okay, that's good. We've got a platform for doing such things.
No, I say that specifically because if I thought everyone was going to just click the top answer, it'd be pretty pointless. However, that actually wasn't the case. So I just want to run it down for you.
Please do.
So I put, "Hi guys."
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Do I haven't said all that.
So I put, "What are your thoughts on Heaven Sent?" Skull emoji.
Thank you.
Incredible. A good episode. Middling. Not great. 78% of people voted for incredible.
That's lower than I would think.
Yeah.
But obviously a very good margin.
Yeah. I mean, 174 people voted.
Okay.
While at this moment in time. I posted it 6 hours ago, so I didn't really leave a lot of time for people. I do apologise. So, 78% of people said incredible.
Okay.
19% said a good episode. If you'd like to add 78% and 19% together,
Yes.
it wouldn't make 100%.
No, it wouldn't. I believe it would make around 97.
Yeah. 2% middling. And 1% clicked not great.
See, that's...
I genuinely didn't think. I thought those two would genuinely be 0%. And normally, if someone's clicked on the wrong one, I get in the comments, "Oh my god, I'm really sorry, that one was me.
Right.
I didn't mean to click on that one. I meant to, can you put me in the one I meant to click on?" And then that would, but I didn't get any of those comments.
Well, unless somebody's made a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Someone is a terrible mistake. No, I'm joking. No, I can kind of get middling.
If it's not your bag, then it's not your bag.
Yeah, because it's
experimental.
If it's not your flavour of
who, then.
But I can't see how this is anything less than. It's okay.
Yeah.
And even that for me is wild that somebody could watch this and go,
it's right. Even if you don't like the story necessarily, just visually,
just the visuals,
and
or just
what it's like artistically,
the boldness of it.
Yeah, unless they voted it just to be annoying.
Oh, maybe they're just really contrarian. Yeah.
But
interesting.
But we have some comments.
Oh, we got some comments.
So we can read some of those if you'd like.
Let's read some damn comments.
So one of the comments from Alexander. I love Heaven Sent so much. The soundtrack is beautiful. I love that we first hear the shepherd's boy in Day of the Doctor, and Murray decided to extend the score in this story. I love the little 80s style keyboard music that plays at some point near the beginning too. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for the music. There you go. That's what you said. Peter Capaldi's performance is incredible. I have that opinion for all of his stories, let's be honest. But the way he performs his grief for Clara is just so good. When he breaks down finally in his very obviously taken from Sherlock Mind Palace.
Yep.
Always gets me almost as much as the scene with him and Clara in the cloisters, the following episode. The atmosphere and direction of the story is stunning, and Rachel Talalay did a fantastic job. I love that she came up with the idea to make a hand-shaped bath bomb for the effects of 12 hands dissolving.
That's so cool.
That's so cool. In conclusion, absolute classic that I will never get tired of. That's really, really, really clever.
I did not know that at all.
There you go. Hot off the press.
Damn. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I know, that's incredible.
We've got a comment here from Nick who said, "Oh my god, Heaven Sent Pod, can't wait."
So fair.
You're so welcome, Nick. Highlight of Series 9 and one of the very, very best. Moffat was cooking and Murray Gold was on fire. Yes. Sensational score, gorgeous character piece. Peter Capaldi, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Spot on, mate.
Joshua Carpenter wrote to us and said, "It's a masterpiece, how it reflects the whole meta-existence of Doctor Who to portray grief and guilt and finding strength in them. Doing so much with so little, but taking that extra step, marking that extra detail, it's what makes some of the best storytelling ever."
Very nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Very well said.
Yeah. We got one here from Amy. She says, "I feel that this is an episode that when you watch it, you realise you are watching a work of art. Mm-hmm. You see the mastery in it. It's a beautifully made episode that hits on every level with acting, writing, directing, editing, music. A grand piece of television. I love how we don't fully realise the horror and the tragedy of Heaven Sent until we get to Hellbent." Which... Exactly what we were saying, yeah. Spot on. Yeah. I really love that.
I have a message from Robert Shearman.
Robert Shearman?
Yes.
Who's he?
Do you know Robert Shearman? He might or might not have written The Charms of Midnight, Dalek, Jubilee.
Never heard of him.
Just some really good Big Finish audios.
Just some bloke.
Novelizations.
Yeah, alright, sound.
Anyway.
See what he says.
I told him we were recording our Heaven Sent podcast, and he has some thoughts on the episode too. So, Robert Shearman said, Heaven Sent is the tale of someone who has to punch down the walls and fight entire lifetimes of despair and depression. It is, I think, the most emotionally profound story ever told in Doctor Who, and I think all the risks both Stephen Moffat and Peter Capaldi take to tell it feel so incredibly personal. Some days I think it's the wisest Doctor Who story ever made, and some days I think it's much, much better than that. Its one great fault is it risks making the rest of our silly favourite show feel a bit trivial around it. I love Hellbent for being its own thing and feel sorry that it has to follow this utter masterpiece of acting, direction and script.
I mean, what more can you say?
What more can you say?
Well, I'll give him this. Whoever he is, he's good with words. Yeah.
I can't read them, but he's bloody good with them.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rob. That was beautifully written. You should consider that as a career or something. Yeah. Well, I mean, to end on our thoughts, but basically just echoing everything that's been said there, really.
Yeah.
Just a stunning piece of, not only just like a stunning piece of writing, directing, acting, editing, design, music, all of that. Just a great piece of Doctor Who, but just an incredible piece of TV.
Yeah.
Just, in fact, this was my anecdote, which I was going to say, I said we'd save it till later on.
Oh,
and later on is now. So the reason I remember watching this episode so vividly, I was in the house on my own. I would have been like 15, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
Everyone had gone out, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll put Doctor Who on, have it on the big screen and all of this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, which was a rarity back in those days, because everybody was like, oh, no, I'm going to watch X Factor, or ugh.
Imagine putting X Factor on over Doctor Who.
Right, have a word with my mum.
Come on, Cass.
And you'll be having stern words. So, yeah, everyone had gone out, and I was like, oh, buzzing, get to watch Doctor Who on proper TV, not on my laptop. And I remember just being so engrossed in particularly the visuals and being like, this looks great, this looks really good, and kind of getting swept up in the whole thing. And about 2 minutes after the credits rolled, I had a text from my mate that just said Doctor Who with like 3 question marks.
Question mark.
That was like,
did you watch it?
This?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Uh-huh.
And I remember having a full conversation, and that's probably like the first time I'd had a conversation with someone I actually know in real life.
Yeah.
About how good a bit of Doctor Who was.
Yeah.
Or like how good a new bit of Doctor Who was.
Yeah.
Because it kind of, as I was saying earlier, like, you know, within my age group, people tended to fall off when
Matt Smith,
when Tennant left, or, you know, maybe they watched a bit of Matt or whatever. And if people did watch it, they weren't watching it to the point where I could have a conversation with them about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, and I remember being like, wow, this must be really, really good, because it's broken through sort of all these preconceptions that other people had of it around this time, of it being like, oh yeah, like, I don't know, he's got a bit older now, and I don't really, not sure I like that Doctor, or like, oh yeah, he's good, but like the writing's doing him a disservice, or which were a lot of things that were kind of thrown around at that time. Yeah, so that one really stuck with me, because I vividly remember just getting the text.
Yeah.
Just Doctor Who? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Well, I've got another.
Oh my god!
If you enjoyed that little nugget, I've got a few more little pieces. Little pieces of little bits for you.
Go on.
And I've collected them, and I've formed a little segment around it. If you'll permit me.
Okay.
If you don't mind me saying so.
Is it the segment that we have every week?
It is the segment that we have every week. It's
it?
the trivia section.
Oh!
Which, as you know, is called the Confaction Dial.
Yeah?
Our trivia section.
Yeah, the Confaction style.
Are you ready for some bloody trivia, mate?
Um,
So, although the story was marketed as a one-hander, this technically isn't the case, due to the story's inclusion of Clara and the Veil.
Yeah.
As such, the only true one-hander of the show is the minisode Clara and the TARDIS, a 2.5-minute short made for the Series 7 box set that features Jenna Coleman as the only actor.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's when like around the Moffat era they did like they did those
Her on the
Night
swings or him on the swing. Matt Smith on the swing.
No, those were the prequel things that they released online. They would have been on the box set as well, but no, these were like exclusive to the.
Well, you're gonna have to show me them.
In the Series 6 one, they did a series called Night and the Doctor, and they were all called like it was like Good Night, Bad First Night, Last Night. River's in quite a few of them.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
They're fun.
realised.
They're
Do you know what I realised during this fandom, like properly and like talking and making friends with people and doing this podcast, that I actually don't know anything.
Well, I mean, you were saying earlier you were a fake fan.
Yeah.
I think you still are.
It's because I don't have the box set, so I don't get to see any of this special edition stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll do. Stay tuned for something because we've got a little bit of pod news at the end of the trivia section, so which might link into that slightly. The Veil is played by Jamie Reed Quarrell, who also played Colony Sarf in the series opener.
Interesting.
Moffat has said that he once considered pitching the core premise of this episode as a Big Finish audio story.
Oh.
For the 8th Doctor.
This is Chimes! Wait, Chimes came first. Mm-hmm. This is Heaven Sent, inspired by Robert Schumann.
The Doctor stuck alone with a threat that preys on his fears. So it's a very, very loose sort of, Yeah. Yeah, that's quite cool. And again, one of the original concepts for this story was the Doctor being trapped in a haunted house with weeping angels.
Moffat and his bloody weeping angels.
He loves his angels today.
I'm really glad it wasn't that.
Yeah, it doesn't work nearly as well.
I love a haunted house. I love the thought of a haunted house with the thematic thread of grief as well. All of that is haunting. But no.
I think the issue is because the Veil is just a figure, isn't it?
It's just an embodiment of his fear, his childhood nightmare.
Exactly,
whatever.
but it's literally just a shadow to stalk the corridors.
Yeah,
and pose
a torture device to get confessions.
Whereas as soon as you introduce the angels and it's like, oh, they're going to send me back in time, you don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. This might be the Doctor Who episode with the smallest cast list in its credits, with only Peter Capaldi, Jenna Coleman, and Jamie Reed Quarrell listed, with the young Gallifreyan boy who appears in the story's final scene going uncredited.
Aww.
Bless him.
Poor guy. He ran for his life to the Citadel, by the way.
There are literally 4 people in that episode, and he still didn't make the credits.
That's actually such a shame.
I know, yeah, bless him.
I can't believe they didn't credit the understudy of Clara with an appalling wig. Unless it was just Peter Capaldi in a wig.
Yeah. You said I could have this episode to myself, Stephen. Give me that fucking wig.
Which is a poor wig. Literally, you see her stood there and you're like, A, no. B, that's not her hair. See, I wonder, Jenna Coleman has very specific fingernail shape. And I wonder... And I wonder if there's a hand shot of her scribbling on. I think it doesn't. It just kind of appears, doesn't it? And there's the sound of chalk. I don't think you ever see her hand, because that would be a telling point as well if it was Jenna Coleman.
But also, I quite like the fact that it's obviously not her, and she's always facing.
Yeah, I like all of that. Don't get me wrong. Put her in a better wig. This is what I'm saying.
But yeah, I think the fact that it doesn't quite look like her.
Yeah, but the wig.
My point is that from the meta perspective, as an audience, you're watching it going, oh, well, that's obviously not Jenna Coleman because she's not in this one.
Yeah.
So they're trying to disguise it or whatever, which I think then makes the moment when you do see her for that one shot hit even harder because you go, wow, she really is here.
Yeah.
And that's... Yeah, I think that really hits.
I 100% agree. Just get a better wig is all I'm trying to say.
Okay, well, we found the one flaw in Heaven Sent. I don't know if you realised, but the Doctor is actually searching for room 12, which is interesting because Peter Capaldi plays the 12th Doctor.
Wow.
On a serious note, though, Moffat does that a lot. Like, in the God Complex, it's room 11 for
Yeah.
Matt's Doctor. The 11th Hour is a story title. You have the Fall of the 11th or whatever. The Christmas Cracker in Time of the Doctor. The 11th time is over now. Clock is striking 12s and all of that. Like, he likes to... I know it's not a subtle reference.
I haven't said a word.
You're looking at me like, why are you wasting my time with this? I'm just saying.
I haven't said a word, and he just worked himself up.
I'm just saying there might be some people listening to this.
I think that's a great fact. It was fun.
Okay, thank you.
Jesus.
Good.
Okay, it's getting late, and someone's getting catty.
We've been recording for a long time. In a 2014 TV special called The Ultimate Time Lord, Stephen Moffat described the Doctor as an adrenaline junkie. He will toss himself out of a window and figure out what to do on the way down.
Yeah, I like that.
And then he wrote it in.
Oh! I didn't listen to the beginning bit. I'm sorry.
Like, it predates.
Yeah,
this,
that's great.
Stephen Moffat revealed that the portrait of Clara was painted by the Doctor himself. He also revealed that on the back of Clara's portrait, the Doctor had written, "I am in 12," the same clue as in the grave. The reason we never discover this is because the Doctor couldn't bring himself to turn Clara's face to the wall, a common tradition in many cultures after the death of loved ones.
Yeah.
This begs the question of how much sooner the Doctor might have escaped had he been able to move through his grief and accept the fact that Clara is gone.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
BBC America realised too late that this episode was longer than usual and would not fit into the allocated time slot. So rather than cutting scenes, they time compressed and marginally sped the whole thing up.
Could you imagine Heaven Sent on crack?
Basically what happened, yeah. Well, it would have been like, sped up by like 2% or something.
Yeah, but still. That montage.
Yeah, so it could still run in the slot that they had.
That's hilarious.
This is one of only 2 stories in the show's history not to include any kind of companion for the Doctor, the first being The Deadly Assassin. Location filming for this episode was done at Cardiff Castle.
There you go.
Which was also first used for the Rebel Flesh and the Almost People.
Yeah, we knew
and
that.
also Caerphilly Castle, first used for the End of Time. This is the only penultimate episode of a series in the Moffat era to not feature the Cybermen. So,
really?
Pandora opens.
Pandora opens,
Closing Time.
Yeah.
Nightmare in Silver. Dark Water.
Yeah.
This. And then Wild Enough in Time.
And he only executed 2 of those stories well.
I mean, to be fair, he only wrote 3 of those.
Yeah.
The Doctor's line, "Assume you're going to survive, always assume that, imagine you've already survived," echoes Clara's line in The Magician's Apprentice. Because he always assumes he's going to win. He always knows there's a way to survive, he just has to go and find it. Which is a nice...
I like that.
Nice
That's
callback.
literally nice to call back, yeah.
Moffat said that he wanted to explore grief and loss in greater detail after barely having any time to explore the emotional fallout of Amy and Rory losing their baby in Series 6.
Thank you. I'm actually really glad he said that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I will forgive him a bit for Amy and Rory's arc with River.
He's said that that's kind of one of his regrets.
Yeah.
And that he didn't have time.
That's really funny.
Or
because I have things to say about that in an upcoming video that we're going to be recording. Mm-hmm. And there's that little teaser for you.
The Tale of the Shepherd's Boy plays a big role in the story, but it is not the only Brothers Grimm story to be referenced in the episode. In the Grimm fairy tale Hansel and Gretel, the children leave a trail of breadcrumbs that they intend to use to guide them back to safety. However, the breadcrumbs are eaten by a bird, erasing the clues that they have left themselves. The Doctor mentions that he is following a breadcrumb trail and finds the word bird is written in the sand.
Yeah.
The self-cleaning, resetting rooms in the castle erase the trails that any previous versions of the Doctor has left, which requires him to find alternative ways to leave clues to help his future selves.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Some of Murray Gold's score for this episode was inspired in part by Beethoven's Symphony No. 7 in A major, which Moffat listened to whilst writing the episode.
Oh, I like that. That's cute.
In the original script, the last word of the Doctor's final line is capitalised. So the last line is, the hybrid is me.
Yeah.
But me is capitalised. Strongly suggesting
That
he's
Ashilda-
referring to Ashilda, who now calls herself
me. Yeah.
rather than himself. The skull that the Doctor finds is actually based on Peter Capaldi's own bone structure. The art team reverse engineered the shape of his skull from a life cast that was taken to create the prosthetics for his ghost in Under the Lake and Before the Flood.
Oh my god, that's so clever.
Uh-huh. I knew you'd like that.
Oh, that is so clever. I aggressively enjoy that.
Here's another one I think you might like.
Go on.
The Doctor's opening monologue can be seen written on a stone wall, which is briefly visible when the Doctor first sees himself on the monitor in the castle.
Resisting all of the urge to get my phone out.
Yes, you can wait until I'm gone, and then you can watch it. Some viewers found a sort of plot hole in the episode surrounding the spade that the Doctor uses to dig up the flagstone, questioning why he doesn't use this to help him break down the wall. Surely it'd be more efficient than his fist.
Yeah, but it's a whole thing about him breaking through, metaphorically, right?
But also, as it turns out, this would not be more efficient. As Alan Barnes says, who does the Fact of Fiction feature in Doctor Who magazine, even if the Doctor were able to get past the veil in order to retrieve the spade and then past it again on the way back, ordinary steel has a Brinell hardness value of around 120, whereas diamond scores around 8,000. So a 400 times harder than diamond asbantium wall would have a hardness value of over 3 million. So straight away the spade head shatters and the Doctor is back to making a few tiny impressions with a furious fist.
Okay, there you go. So it just wouldn't work on a physical level anyway.
Yeah. But also, yes, the thematic.
Yeah.
There's a very subtle clue in the opening scene as to the identity of the person activating the teleport. Just as the bloodied hand lets go of the lever, the person falls in the background of the shot. Whilst they're covered in shadow and only visible for a few frames, there is just enough detail to tell that it is a grey-haired person in a dark coat and white shirt.
I need to go back and watch this.
And finally...
That's so cool. See, just everything is just so detailed and thought out.
Yeah, but I've left the best till last.
Okay, go on.
You know what it is.
I don't know.
It's foreign titles, baby.
Oh yeah, foreign titles. I love foreign titles.
And let me tell you, these, I've got 4 here, and they are all quite tasty.
Go on.
Okay, so the French, Descent into Heaven.
Ooh.
Which is quite cool.
Which is
like,
really edgy. Descent is going down heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
The German, little bit more, classic Germans, little bit more literal. The Fear of the Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. Japanese, Captured by Shadows.
That's sick.
Uh-huh.
That's the name of my next book, thank you.
And the Hungarian, which I really enjoy, Second of Eternity.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
But yeah, that was the Confaction Dial. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much, and please and thank you.
Yes.
Well, normally I would say that
Where
brings
can you
us
find you?
that brings us to the end, and we'll do
Yeah.
our little wrap up. But
There's more. On this already 4-hour length podcast, there's more.
yeah, man. And funnily enough, that's exactly what we're talking about. So, us here at the Says Who podcast, we are embarking on a new venture. Not really, but basically, we're going to set up a Patreon for some bonus content, and we're not asking for like loads of money, but it just help support us kind of do this and get more stuff out because we really enjoy doing it.
Yep.
So we're going to be setting up a Patreon where we're going to have a load of bonus content. The ideas for which should we talk the ideas?
Yeah.
That we
Well,
got?
we can say our categories.
Yeah. So we're going to have like extra episodes of this pod.
Yep.
So earlier on when we were talking a little bit about Born Again, in a couple of weeks we're going to be covering the Christmas Invasion.
Yep.
I think that'll be coming out on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
It will be, yeah.
So we're going to be talking the Christmas Invasion 20 years on, and we thought as like a little sort of add-on prologue bit for that podcast, we'd do a little talk about Born Again.
Yeah.
And then they went and dropped this new 4K version.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very helpful. Cheers.
And I've
Dr.
never
EP.
seen it, so that'll be fun.
Exactly. So yeah, that would be going up there, and little bits like that, maybe like mini episodes and things. So that's the one category. We're also going to look at doing some commentary tracks for various Doctor Who related things.
And spin-offs and
some spin-offs,
and
maybe
that
some
kind of thing.
episodes, maybe some like
fan-made
stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're also going to be starting another sort of spin-off podcast.
Yeah.
Which I can exclusively reveal. It's called Pieces of 8.
Yes.
And we're going to be looking, after you enjoyed The Chimes of Midnight so much, you might have seen that Kat quite likes that story.
Yeah.
We're going to go right back to the start of Paul McGann's Big Finish run.
Yeah.
And each month look at a new story and sort of do a review. Because you've never heard any of them.
You know I can't Big Finish, so this is going to be...
Yeah, well, we're going to see how that's why I've given you a month for each story. See how long it takes you to Big Finish them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so join us for that. That'll be a nice little pilgrimage through those. We've also got, what else have we got? Oh, we're going to do some like Q&As, things like that. And then
just some more video-y bits as well.
Yeah, little behind the scenes bits. Maybe we could look at doing like copies of your notes or something. Like,
I don't know if anyone wants to see the copy of my notes. That'd be really fun though.
I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
We could upload those.
Because half of them just don't make sense. Me arguing with myself as well.
On paper.
Yeah. 50-50. It wasn't a 5. 7 out of 10 question mark? What does that mean?
Well, if you would like to try and decipher those bloody the Enigma code of Kat's
notes for the pod, you can join us and become a patron. We're not looking at like...
It's going to be like £1 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I'm basically going to set it as
the lowest.
Whatever the minimum subscription thing is.
Yeah.
Which obviously, depending on where you are in the world, might differ currency-wise.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just as like a little bonus. And obviously, as a thank you, we get to put out some different stuff that maybe wouldn't fit in with the main pod. But we've got quite a lot of cool ideas.
Mm-hmm.
The schedule is
packed out until 2027.
Well, we've got some ideas. But yeah, we'll keep you posted on that.
Yep.
My plan is to launch it on probably sort of mid-end December.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do Christmas Eve.
All right.
Oh, what's that? Oh, you've not seen Born Again.
No, don't. You got into your David Tennant teeth. You were ready. You ready to...
It's not a spoiler.
You were ready to 10. No.
It's not a spoiler. No. It's not. It's literally one thing that he says.
No, I don't know.
And you know it because he's literally talking about the Christmas invasion.
Oh.
He goes, how about Christmas Eve? Call it a Christmas present.
Okay.
That's all he says.
I saw your jaw reform and I knew 10 was coming.
It's all in the jaw with David.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I knew. I saw it move and I knew exactly what was happening.
Well. Yeah, so if you wanted to... basically, we're putting the feelers out to see if anybody would actually be interested in any of this. Obviously, this will stay free.
Yeah.
We're not paywalling this. But... it's just like a little bonus.
Yeah, little pod.
Little bonus pods and bits and pieces, and you get to see Kat's notes.
Which will probably discourage people from wanting to...
You don't have to read Kat's notes, but they will be there if you want to. So yeah, more info on that. Soon. Yeah. Well, on that note, it is actually time to end the podcast.
Oh.
Yes. Katie,
Yeah.
do you want to take us home? No. Remember, I'm me, and I'm not David Tennant. I'm not the Doctor. I meant take us home for the outro. Whatever you were about to say, you hold that in. You retract it.
I was only going to say I am home.
Oh. I really thought you were about to be like, yeah, you can take me home.
No,
No.
because I'm looking at you.
Well, that's slightly hurtful. But,
So,
but that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Where can they find you?
they can find me, you can find me, anyone can find me on Twitter and Instagram at simplykatie_XO.
Anyone can find me. I'm not bothered. Anyone. We've gone a little bit giddy. It's been a long recording session. We were going to record 2 episodes today.
You can find me at simplykatie_XO on Twitter and Instagram. Where can they find you, Tip?
Well, thank you very much for asking. They can find me.
I said Tip, not 10.
Oh, sorry. I want to see if I can get through the actual.
No, go on. No, I was only joking.
Thank you very much for asking. They can find me also on the Twitter at Sudden Biscuit and on the Sudden Biscuit YouTube channel, which you may very well be listening to this here podcast on right now. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be back next week, possibly with a guest. We don't know.
We'll know when we record it.
We're waiting for it to be confirmed. It's David Tennant. That's our guest.
Could you think I'd be this calm if David Tennant was on the pod?
No.
I'd actually probably throw up, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. I think that's it. Thanks for sticking with us. No, that was a long one. But
It was.
Hey.
It was long for us too.
Oh, bet you say that to all the girls. Yeah, we'll see you next week for something.
Ciao!
Bye. What happened at the end there?
I went a little bit insane.
I genuinely think I lost my mind a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't start off well. I was thinking Olivia Dean at the start. But yeah.